Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something very exciting. I feel like I say that I'm doing something very exciting every single video. That's just because I'm always excited to film stuff for this channel. So I recently took advantage of the amazing sale that was happening with Prism Platinum. Actually, as of the day that I'm filming this, they are now known as ULT Bias. So Prism Platinum, which is a company that creates K-pop collecting products, has rebranded as ULT Bias. And because of their rebranding, they needed to clear their back stock of products that have their old branding on it. And so they did this amazing 50% off sale, which was so cool. I had been eyeing like some things on their website for a little bit that I really wanted to get, but at the moment just like couldn't exactly like afford. But with this 50% off sale, I certainly slid right in there and got the things that I was looking for. Specifically this My Collection binder in the Tarot series Bias and Bias Wrecker version. So I'm going to be unboxing this binder. And then I also just got some more of their 9 pocket pages, as well as their new double-sided 9 pocket pages, which I'm really excited about because I have a lot of pages in my collection that are double-sided, so I was interested in seeing what these would be like. They also threw in as freebies these large top loaders. They're about twice the size as like a regular top loader, I would say. So it's not exactly like postcard size. I'm not exactly sure what I will end up using them for, probably for like trading things like larger inclusions that are just like a little bit too big. And then they also sent me some of the Photocard sleeves in Attention, the purple sleeves, and ASAP, the pink sleeves. As a reminder, none of this is sponsored content. I did purchase all of these products with my own money. So let us get started with unboxing this binder, which I am so excited about. Just like the previous binders that I've gotten from them, this comes in this amazing huge box, which I cannot fit the whole thing on camera because it is literally so big. It is super well packaged. The inside as well as the top of the box has this like insulation to keep the binder from getting damaged in shipping. I will say I was very excited to get this. So I did actually open it. It did have like sort of like an outer bag that kept it safe as well. I've already taken that off, but let us get this binder out of the box. So this series is called the Tarot series Duo Binder. It's sort of like playing on the concept of tarot cards. So it came with this like informational tarot card that just goes a little bit deeper into the concept. I'm not going to read it out for everyone, but if you want to pause to read that, feel free to do so. But the 2 tarot cards that they focus on for this binder are the Bias, which is shown here by the microphone, as well as on the other side, the Bias Wrecker, which is holding a heart. On both sides, it has this beautiful metallic foil, as you can see here. And then when you turn it to have the spines out, oh, you can actually see the full thing. They're literally so big. You have the Bias right here and the Bias Wrecker right here, and it has the nice foiling detail here. And these designs are interchangeable, so if you do switch them, the designs will still line up, which I think is really cool. I had originally really wanted to get more of the binders that I already have most of my collection in, which are the Astro and Wanderlust binders. In my dream vision all of my collection would be in those binders. I just really like the idea of my whole collection sort of being in the same binders, like uniform and in the same color, same design. They, at the moment, have sadly sold out of those binders, and I think they're still trying to decide if they want to restock the binders. I personally love them, and they've mentioned a couple times that they're thinking about restocking them. So if you ever see Prism Platinum or now Old Bias talking about possibly bringing back the Astro and Wanderlust Duo Series binder, please tell them that you would love to see that, because I certainly would. I would love to get more of those binders. But since they're not selling those, I did really like the design of these. It's basically very similar to the Astro Wanderlust binders, but they come in different colors. So the Astro and Wanderlust binders come in white and black, and these ones come in like this purple periwinkle. Yeah, I would say it's like closer to like a periwinkle color. And then it also has like a navy blue color. The Astro and Wanderlust series also, all of the like hardware is silver. Here on the Bias and Bias Wrecker, the hardware is all gonna be in gold. So let me just take this out. Let's take out the Bias first. All right, so here is the Bias binder. Here is what the Bias tarot card design looks like. It's so beautiful with this like intertwining microphone cord that also makes a heart. They've got these beautiful clouds. I think Old Bias really does like beautiful designs with these sort of like celestial concept. The back this is going to be just a plain back. But then what is really cool about these binders, which the Astro and Wanderlust series did not have, is that they have a magnetic like clasp. Here, actually, I'll turn to the side. A magnetic clasp that keeps the binder sealed shut, which is a really, really nice detail. So then when you open it up, each of the binders comes with, this is just styrofoam to protect it during delivery. Another thing to protect it during delivery. It comes with this, I still don't know what this is called, but it locks the pages into place, as well as a backboard and the half like front board that keeps the cards and the pages lying nice and flat and protected. Then on the inside of the binder, here is another like tarot card design, which is really beautiful. I guess it's sort of like, that's the front, and now you have the back once you open it up. And then the spine says the Bias right there. And then as you can see, the hardware, the rings are gold, which is really beautiful. This is just like a stunning binder. I would say just as stunning as the Astro and Wanderlust one. I think in terms of like design, the Astro and Wanderlust series had a little bit more design elements. The outer boxes have like these cool star and moon cutouts. And there's also design elements on both the front and back of the binder, whereas these ones do not have design elements on the back. It's only on the front. But I do think that these binders get extra points for having the magnetic clasp to close the binder fully around. Let me take out the Bias Wrecker version now. Here is the Bias Wrecker version. Here is the like tarot card in the beautiful holographic foil. It's got, it looks like these like hands reaching out through these thorns and roses. So beautiful. Love that design. Here it comes with the same clip to keep the pages in place. Here's what the design looks like from the side as well. It has that same magnetic clasp to keep it closed. And then we can take all of this packaging stuff out. And it comes with that same front and backboard as well. And here is the tarot card design on the inside, the Bias Wrecker on the spine. The binders themselves aren't hugely different in design. They're pretty much the same. The only thing that differentiates would be the tarot card like theming on the binders. So yeah, these binders are absolutely stunning. I would definitely suggest these binders. I mean, I haven't even put anything in them yet, but they really are just such beautiful quality. Similar to the Astro and Wanderlust ones, the only warning I will give you though is that they are absolutely massive. These binders are huge. They do not fit in my normal bookshelf where I normally keep all of my other K-pop collection stuff. At the moment, I'm keeping them somewhere separate. So just keep in mind like the dimensions of this binder. They are genuinely very, very big. So if you are thinking about getting these, I would basically just suggest measuring the space you're thinking of putting them in. The other thing about them is they're very wide this way as well. So even if you have a shelf that is tall enough for them, they are still going to stick out of your bookshelf. They're not fully going to slide into the shelves, at least when it comes to like your regular like IKEA Billy bookcase. But I think that's pretty common with a lot of these nice binders. What I am thinking of for today is I am going to take my TWICE Japanese photo card collection and my TWICE non-album collection, which are pretty small collections, but I think they will continue to grow as well. And I'm going to use one binder for the Japanese photo cards and one binder for the non-album photo cards. I also purchased the double-sided photo card pages, so I'm also going to experiment with putting some of my collection in those. I don't have anything for my Japanese or non-album photo cards that is double-sided, but for my main Korean album photo cards, I do have a lot of pages that do that. So I am going to switch some of those pages out for these. But for now, I am just going to transfer all of my Japanese and non-album photo cards into these beautiful Bias and Bias Wrecker duo binders. I'm just gonna kind of do that speedily and put on some nice music while I do that. So sit back, relax, and enjoy that. All right, so that is everything that I have for my TWICE Japanese photo card collection. I think I had like 20 sets of photo cards, so I still have plenty of room to grow in this binder. As you can see, there's a good amount left. I'll just do, even though you've already seen all these things, a quick little flip through of what we have in here right now. At first, I was really sad that they didn't have the Astro and Wanderlust versions available anymore. Hopefully they will in the future. And so I wanted to get something that was not too far off from the white binders that I had purchased from them before. And I think this like light periwinkle purpley lilac color, I'm not exactly sure how to describe it, actually works out really nice. And close it up. And then we will move on to my non-album photo card collection, which that one is even smaller than the Japanese one. So we'll get through that one really quickly. Once again, I'm just going to play some nice music behind it and we can just enjoy putting these away together. And that is everything that I have for my non-album collection. Both my Japanese and non-album collections, I think I'm gonna have a lot of time to grow into these binders. I'm definitely more selective with what I collect for these particular collections. So I'm excited to have more room to continue to expand these collections. Overall, my opinions on these binders are the same as they were for the Astro and Wanderlust binders. They really are just such gorgeous, beautifully designed, quality binders that will definitely keep your cards safe and protected while also looking absolutely stunning. I am so excited to have them house my Japanese and non-album photo card collections. And now we can move on to, I'll be putting some of my Korean album photo cards into double-sided pages. So just as an experiment, I'm gonna do that with my strategy era photo cards. I don't think I'll do all eras on camera. I think I'll just do the strategy ones just so you can sort of like get a feel of what they look like. But yeah, let's move on to that. Here is a binder that I have for my Korean album photo cards that at the moment starts with strategy. And then here are the double-sided 9 pocket pages. I just got the standard fit, but I know there's also a slim fit as well. In terms of like their regular photo card 9 pocket pages, if you want to see a review on that, you can check out an earlier video I did where I moved my entire Korean photo card collection for TWICE into these beautiful Astro and Wanderlust binders. But for now, I'm just going to be talking about the double-sided pages. So this is my first time handling these. Their regular pages are such nice quality. And so I am expecting the same from these pages. You can't really see on camera per se. Already, these feel super like quality, luxe. Prism Platinum / Alt Bias is like doing it again. These are wonderful quality. You can already tell by like the nice thickness. I'm like hoping they don't make my binder feel like too thick. But I'm only going to be doing it for like select sets that I happen to be storing back to back. So let's open up to some of those pages. Let's see. Oh, yes. So right away, here is the first set. I have this little spread with the Nemo / Target cards. Let's take these out and put them in the new pages. One thing I'll say about this is that I personally prefer to keep my photo cards sleeved in clear sleeves. I'm curious if I'll run into any issues with the photo cards moving around in the pages, and then you see the back of the other photo cards on the other side. We'll see if that happens. Hopefully it doesn't too much. You know, they're probably going to shift around a little bit, but I would say if that is like a major issue for you, then I would probably maybe use like a sleeve with a color so that you can't tell. But for me, since most of my collection is already, or actually pretty much the entirety of my collection is in clear sleeves, I wanted to keep them in clear sleeves as well. But Alt Bias does seem to have like really, really amazing sleeves if you were interested in their different color selections. It's actually really nice in terms of like a filming perspective. Normally it's so difficult to put cards on the backs of the page when you're filming, but now this makes it so much easier, which I guess for most people who aren't filming, that doesn't really matter, but it's actually very, very helpful for me. So I am super excited about that. And honestly, I feel like the cards are lining up better than when I used to have them back to back just in a regular pocket page. So that's amazing. So here is my first double-sided page. And I think it looks really good. Honestly, I really feel like the cards are almost lining up better than they did before. So that's amazing. Yeah, I feel like I don't need to talk too much about the pages. They really are just such nice quality. You can tell they're significantly like thicker in a good way than the non-double-sided ones. So we'll see how much it makes my binder feel the pages take up more space. But this honestly feels like a game changer if you're someone that does like to double side your photo cards. I only do it for select photo cards, but honestly, like, this is amazing. I'm just gonna finish doing the strategy era photo cards. I'll play some music again, and then we'll chit chat afterwards. So that is everything for my double-sided pages for my strategy collection. I will go through off camera and do all of my other pages from other binders that are double-sided, but I am super happy with how these came out. I think they look really good in the double-sided pages. It's so much more convenient putting them away with actual double-sided pages. I think if you do have just a regular single pocket, regular 9-pocket pages and you still want to double side with the Prism Platinum pages, you still can do that. I just think it's like way more convenient to do it this way. So I'm excited to put the rest of my double-sided parts of my collection into these pages. I think it's going to look really beautiful, and it's going to make putting my photo cards away that much more easy to do. Thank you again to Prism Platinum and Alt Bias. Apologies if I called you by your previously branded name a few times in this video, but thank you again for holding this sale. It honestly was such an amazing sale and made it super, super easy and accessible for collectors to get some of the products that we were hoping to get. For any international watchers out there, you may know that it is tough times in the US currently. It is not fun to be living in the US right now, and things are a little bit expensive right now. So having an affordable way to get some of these really, really quality products was so amazing. Fingers crossed, hopefully Old Bias does some more sales for us in the future. I will definitely be partaking in them if they do any sales in the future. But yeah, this has been a wonderful little relaxing, reorganizing session, which was long overdue. If you are interested in any of the products that I featured in this video, you should eventually be able to find them on Old Bias's website. I think they're currently undergoing maintenance while they go through their rebrand, but eventually their products will be on sale again. And I'm very excited for that. Congratulations again to Old Bias on the rebrand. And thank you again for all of these amazing products. I'm very excited to see what the future holds for Old Bias. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. Bye.